But no, I just want to take this time for the remainder of the 10 minutes, or maybe we just go over to the 10 o'clock hour, to just crap on Tottenham because they celebrated like they won the Premier League title on Sunday. They celebrated that. Yet it took almost what? It took them to the final game of the season to secure safety for a massive club like that. A stadium that's designed to hold NFL games. Mind you, they strictly built the stadium so they could have NFL games. And they almost got relegated. So I just want to take this moment to laugh at them and tell them that Tottenham will never be on the level of Arsenal. Never, because we will never celebrate something like that. We will never celebrate and cry in the stands after something that is, oh my God, we just secured safety. Dude, you guys are a top six club, big six club, and we're going to cry about this. We are going to sit there and be like, oh my God, we just secured safety. It took us this long. It took you to the final game of the season to secure safety in the Premier League, where you guys spend the most absurd amounts of money. And it took you to this long. It took you like 6 months to finally get a home victory. It took you that long. And Everton, who had nothing to play for, you had to make sure West Ham didn't score more than 12 goals. They scored 3 against Leeds. Meanwhile, the big boys of North London, are lifting the trophy, and you guys are celebrating safety in the Premier League. The big boys. That's right. The big boys, that is Arsenal, celebrating the Premier League trophy. Seeing Bukayo Saka, which I did not want to win the Premier League without him. Meanwhile, that guy is orchestrating the crowd of songs and chants and lifting the Premier League trophy. You guys are sitting there celebrating, 17th place? 17th! And you guys finished, 15th last year? Don't ever compare that club to my club. Never compare them. Because it's night and day. We celebrate league championships. We're upset for finishing second place 3 straight years. We used to be satisfied with finishing 4th. Now that's no longer the case. But I just want to sit there. I don't know what team in the world that is a power in the league would celebrate finishing 17th. And then you have fans crying. You have De Zerbi running around like he just won something. You have Vicario crying. You have Paulinho crying. Meanwhile, we are lifting stuff. Small club. Dana, I think we've really created some good clips here today. I really think we have. This is going to be...
Clip farming, it's so easy.
It'd be like, I don't even know what I could compare it to in terms of American sports. I could. It'd be like if Michigan celebrated just making a bowl game at 6-6. They come down to the final game of the season would be happy because that would mean they beat Ohio State. But they'd be happy celebrating 6 wins. Like, that's what this feels like in terms of college football. Because I don't know what team in the world would celebrate like doing just the bare minimum. Can you tell me one? Because I can't. Would it be like if Syracuse basketball celebrated just making the tournament? Which I think McNamara is a good head coach. I do want to point that out there. But what team in America would celebrate doing the bare minimum?
How about White Sox at 500?
Okay, that might be a good one. The White Sox have been horrible for the last 4 years.
Here's the thing. That could actually happen right now, right? If you go 60% within the AL Central, unironically, that could happen. You could be under 500 against everybody else. You can play in what's clearly has been and will be the worst division in baseball and win 60% of your games and somewhat magically end up at 500.
I just looked up at the standings. We are so bad.
It's pitiful.
We'll get into more of that.
It doesn't even sound right.
We'll get into more of that after this. But man, I don't know. I can't celebrate the bare minimum, man. I can't. It'd be like if Michigan basketball just made the NCAA tournament. We just made it. Let's celebrate it. It's almost like what Michigan State was doing in 2021 and 2022 in terms of making the NCAA tournament. We just made it. Guys, you guys should be wanting more. You guys should be wanting. You have Mr. March. You guys should be wanting to win a championship, make a Final Four. And you guys are just celebrating to keep the streak alive. like just making it, just scraping into the playoffs. No, I ain't doing that. And I look at Tottenham on the other side, who just won a European trophy a year ago, scraped by promotion. They're like, oh my God, it's unbelievable. This season's been so difficult. Well, you put yourself there. You didn't sign the right players. You put your players in bad spots. They're not tough. They're not good. Which Kolo Muani's had an unbelievable fall off since 2022. He almost won the World Cup for France, and now he's barely scraping by in the Premier League. Like that's an insane drop off. Insane drop off. But like I can't get behind celebrating. I can't get behind celebrating the bare minimum, Tanner. I just can't. Because is there any, like, you're a powerlifting guy, obviously. Would you I don't know how much you bench. How much do you bench?
330, 331-ish.
331. Okay. So would you be happy, like, if you go into a lift one day and you're like, man, I'm just happy that I benched 225?
No.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Unless you probably did it for like
at that point.
40 reps. But you don't, because 225, I feel like for the powerlifting community is like the bare minimum, right?
You never want to say that. It's all relative. You have, there's a reason why we have so many different weight classes and age divisions and male and female records separated. But, yeah, among male competitors, is that kind of an expectation? Roughly.
So you don't want to do the bare minimum, because I can't bench 225. I could do 135 at least. I know that. I think the most I've ever actually benched and tried was 155, but I haven't done that in probably almost a year. I just do dumbbells. I like dumbbell benching better than barbell, but I haven't done.
And it probably hasn't affected your life not to be able to do it.
No, has not affected my life. I'm not a power lifter, guys. I'm not a power lifter. Tanner's the power lifter here, so he would probably be upset with not being, or he would probably be upset with not benching like 3 45-pound plate or 3 45 plates on each side. I'd be like ecstatic if I did a 45 and a 25. To be honest with you, I feel like I could do that. What's that? 185?
Yeah.
I feel like I could maybe get that. Maybe get that with the right amount of caffeine and smelling salt. I think I could get that. That's what 185?
That is yeah, 185.
Okay. I think I could get that. Maybe I have to try
and
that.
I fully agree that the salts are for many the secret sauce, unlocking that kind of primal instinct of, all right, we're gonna kick it into overdrive.
That's what, man. That'd be man. I really got to start benching now. You're making me look bad. You're gonna be like, we're like the same height. So like you're benching like, how much do you weigh? Obviously not 300 pounds.
True. My last competition I weighed in 161.6.
Jeez.
Definitely walking around heavier than that now. Several weeks ago.
Making me look horrible up here. We're like the same height, same weight, and you're benching 300 plus, and I can barely do 155. Man, horrible. But anyway, but no, I just want to take that time, guys, to just crap on Tottenham, because they just don't compare to us. They can't compare to the big boys of North London. They're like little brother, just like Michigan State. They're little brother over there in the state of Michigan. They're the little brother in terms of North London.